How you doing out there? Hi, I'm Paul Begley, and I don't have any coffee. I'm on the road. I'm in Columbus, Indiana. I'm on the road. I've been speaking for the last 2 nights, and I got one more night to go. So I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. This is not an endorsement. This is not a commercial. I'm not endorsing any products. Well, how do you feel about the world? You feel better now that Hugo Chavez in Venezuela is going to have his own nuclear power plant. And guess who's going to build it for him? You guessed it. The Russians. Aren't the Russians the same ones that helped Iran build theirs? Oh, and isn't it the Russians who sold Iran and Ahmadinejad 160 truckloads of enriched uranium for about $1 billion? It wasn't too bad. Well, they're going to get $4 billion from Hugo Chavez to go and build a brand new nuclear power plant here in the Western Hemisphere. Now, if I remember right, the last time a communist nation wanted to put nuclear missiles in the Western Hemisphere, it was Russia. Yeah, that's right, Russia. And they wanted to put them where? Cuba. And Fidel Castro, who had just taken over in the regime, he hadn't been in power over 6 or 7 years. But there was a president then by the name of John F. Kennedy, a man that knew the importance and significance of maintaining an upper hand and a military defense of his nation, the United States of America. So he did what was called the Cuban Missile Crisis. He gave Russia 48 hours to pack up the missiles, get them out of here. 48 hours, that's all. He didn't stutter. He didn't ask David Axelrod. He didn't go talk to Rahm Emanuel. And he wasn't too concerned about what the Congress thought about it. He flat told Russia. Well, President Barack Obama, the ball's near court. They're announcing to the world they're going to build this nuclear power plant. And if we as a nation just allow it to happen, then after the power, and I understand it's supposed to be for nuclear power because God only knows Venezuela don't have enough oil to run their country. They got more oil probably than the Middle East. But matter of fact, every marathon station in America and every Citco station in America is owned by Hugo Chavez. So do we just sit back and let nuclear power plants be built without saying a word? Do we just sit back and watch Iran get their nuclear bomb ready when every day Ahmadinejad says he's going to blow Jerusalem off the face of the map? Does it make sense that we just sit idly by? And the Chinese love it. They're just pouring it on. Let me just read this real quick to you, just for a second. Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez reached a deal with Russia on Friday to build a South American's first nuclear power plant. And this makes them so excited as they join into this venture with Russia. These two nations also signed energy agreements. Russia's cultivated close ties with Chavez's government. Also, Hugo Chavez got the endorsement of Ahmadinejad of Iran and the support from communist Red China. North Korea never said exactly how they felt, but I'm sure they're cheering them on. It's no longer time for the United States to dominate in the nuclear energy, but it's time the rest of the world have their opportunities to protect themselves. Also, Russia plans on selling 35 sophisticated tanks to Hugo Chavez in Venezuela. Who's he protecting them from? Us? We don't plan on invading. I don't think America's been living pretty peaceably in South America in all of the Western Hemisphere since we've been a nation. Our only desire was to keep communist countries like China and Russia from putting nuclear weapons in our hemisphere. Looks like it's going to happen. I'm not too excited about it. If I sound sarcastic, it's because I am. If I sound upset, it's because I should be. But America, we're sitting back and we're boiling like frogs. We're like frogs in boiling water. We're just slowly cooking. Our enemies are building up forces, grabbing new technologies, expanding the globe, building axis of evil alliances. Are we nearing Armageddon? Are we getting closer? And do you really think there's going to be peace in the Middle East? Let me say this to you. I preached tonight here in Columbus, Indiana. I had a great service. Unbelievable. Wonderful turnout. And a young lady came forward and accepted Christ as her Savior. And I've seen other people being healed. And just a move of God. It was awesome. And I encourage the people to stand up, to go to prayer. As a nation, Christians all throughout America have got to stand up boldly and declare our faith and pray for the nation, pray for the soldiers that are at harm's way all over the world, pray for our government, pray for our leaders. But we really need to pray that we get prepared for the days, the tribulations, and the problems that are coming upon this country. And don't ever doubt it, they're coming all over the world. Well, I'm Paul Begley, and I'm on the road. And I hope to be back home soon. And miss everybody out there on YouTube. But stay in there. The world's changing. Every time you turn around, there's another major event happening. I'm Paul Begley. Have a great night. God bless.